Good morning. Tiara popped on a few minutes ago and said, hello, everyone. Good morning. I may not be able to join when the stream begins, but I will join in later if I can. Happy writing, everyone. Good to hear from you this morning, Tiara, and good to know that you're thinking about your writing goals and when you're going to fit that in, even if you can't show up right first thing. That's nice. And it's good for you and for your career. Good morning, Chandra. Are you awake today? And Piper says, good morning. Had to convince myself that this morning that getting up and writing is the best. LOL, my pillow was talking smack, saying otherwise. You're awesome, Piper. That's great. Pillow was talking smack. Yes, my alarm went off and I was like, awesome, it's time to get up. And then I sat there, my daughter had crawled in bed with me, so she crawls in bed right on the edge, which means I have to crawl over her or my husband or someone to get out of bed. So it's not easy, and I wait, and yay, you're awake. So I kind of sat there for a minute with my phone in my hand, thinking about how I was going to get up, and I was so excited, and then next thing I know, my phone fell out of my hand onto the floor and startled me. And then I heard the semi-truck down the street that I often pray for leave, and I was like, I gotta get up. I almost fell asleep, and it was 10 minutes after my alarm had gone off. So good thing for the semi-truck. And because of that, I just didn't really feel like putting any effort in today, but I'm here and you guys are here, and that's what matters. So my computer screen did a funny thing a minute ago where it looked like it was thinking, and I moved slowly. Hopefully we don't have any connectivity issues today. But yes, so we are here and we are ready to write. We're going to have a good day. Okay, so weekend update. Did you guys do anything fun this weekend? Sorry, I was just trying to figure out what was going on with my timers. Okay. Piper says, my light turned on, it's on a timer, and I shut it off and set an alarm. Then hit snooze. It's fine. I have coffee, and I've been thinking about writing. Okay, so remember where we left on Friday? I was on a major struggle bus and then did one last sprint. I think in that sprint, I made some ground. I didn't really get a lot written, but I had this book next to me, which of course I moved into the other room yesterday when I was cleaning. This book next to me of writing prompts, and I opened that and I started handwriting something down. And then I had done some handwriting of scene stuff where I did all of the scenes that were existing, and then I kind of went through and did what could be or should be next in the scenes. And I think I figured out how to make the scene I was in work, and then the next scene. And then on Saturday I woke up early before anyone else with the intent of writing, and then I got sucked into something on the internet. I was looking up stuff with my name, what my business name should be for the imprint I'm gonna make, what my author name should be, because there has to be another Teresa Thomas, and there's a lot of other Teresa H. Thomas or Teresa Fava Thomas or Marie Thomas or Tegan Thomas, or I just tried to do all the combinations and was struggling. But anyway, I got sucked into that, and then our doorbell rang at 8:30. I would have had another 2 hours probably, but our doorbell rang at 8:30, and it was our dumpster truck arriving, arriving. to get some cleaning done. So that woke everyone up, and so then we spent Saturday cleaning, and I feel so much better about where we're at with the house. We got everything that we had predestined to go in the dumpster easy done by mid-afternoon, early afternoon Saturday. And then we had lunch and took a break, and then did a little more cleaning Saturday evening, and then I cleaned the basement on Sunday, and my husband, and then we ended up going to the store and bought a power washer, and so my husband started power washing the fence, and finished cleaning the basement last night, and the attic is almost done, so I'm feeling like so much better, and we have the dumpster until I think Friday, so we can, like, every day I'm going to set a timer for an hour and make everyone just declutter every room in the house so that we can just get it all out. Anywho. And on Sunday morning, I did have some time to write before I had to get ready to go to church. And I got myself back to almost my goal I'm 500 words shy of where I had planned on starting this morning. So that means this week I need to get 7,750 words, and next week the same, or 8,000 words this week and 7,500 next week. So Sandra said I had a really busy weekend. And Piper says, nothing fun over the weekend. Started watching Vampire Diaries. This is not great acting, LOL. Chandra, I didn't write much this weekend. I'm watching Vampire Diaries too. Yeah, so my plan, even for Camp Nano, my plan was not to include weekends in my writing. For November, I will. But for Camp Nano, I was not, especially this April, because I can't write a full book this month. I knew that. So that wasn't my plan, but I did, and I broke through, and I hit 11 or 1,200 words, I think, yesterday, which was great, and moved on to the next scene, and I'm feeling better about what I'm writing. Piper says, I already watched Legends, or whatever that one is called. Piper... Okay, something just moved. Hold on. There it is. Another podcast to listen to is Author... I listened to Thomas Umstattd. I'm not sure if it's called Author Media or if it's Christian something. No idea how to spell that last name. Is a Christian, talks marketing, etc. He talked about author names. Yes, I've heard a couple where he talks about author names, but I need to find one where he specifically talks about author names, because there's some where he brings it up for a second and doesn't necessarily stick with it. Thank you, Chandra. I'm so glad too. I'm feeling in a much better place. We got a lot done on the house, which I think relieves my stress a little bit. Yeah, I heard that. He was like, just ask James L. Rupert how terrible that is. Either two initials or one full first name. Yeah, but I can't. Like all of my media now. I've got Teresa Thomas Writes on YouTube, which I'm loving it. I had tried to use a pen name before because I was afraid of my writing, and I was doing it because I wanted to hide behind my writing, right? And hide behind the name in my writing and not really tell anyone I was doing it. And because I've started and stopped so many times, I just felt like I would be disappointing people again if that happened again, which of course it did. Anyway, now I'm like, I want to own my name. I want to be Teresa Thomas Writes. And I could get that URL, and there's only one author who actually uses Teresa Thomas on Amazon, and she writes marketing books, and she only has 2, and it is my real name, so I could potentially get away with it. I just don't know if I want to. I don't want to be a jerk or confuse people. Piper says, so glad you have so much done over the weekend. He has 2 podcasts, one under both. Yeah, I only listened to the one. I need to find the other one. I did just pass 1,000 views on my channel. Chandra, that's amazing. Why do I never? I need to find your channel. I'm gonna write that down. Way to go, Chandra. I thought about using Tegan Thomas because then I still kind of had the same vibe, and Tegan was my email address when I was in college automatically. And I wanted to name a daughter that, but my husband vetoed it. And now my daughter found out about this recently because I was talking about using it for my name. And she's like, oh, Daddy, I am so glad you vetoed that because I do not want my name to Tegan. Why is it bad? I don't remember what that's in reference to, Chandra. Oh, the initial thing. I think it's a mouthful, maybe. Or a pain in the butt to say it every time. I'm not sure. I plan to use 2 initials for my sci-fi fantasy. Ooh, that'll be good. That's good for sci-fi. See, I'm romance though. I feel like even though I do fantasy and I'm gonna do some dystopian and I'm gonna do some romance and I'm gonna do it's all Christian romance, really. Every single story I write is going to be like romance centered. So I feel like I need to have a name. Anyway, I had considered using middle initial for another genre and then not for another, if that makes sense. Yes, it does. Just plain TeresaThomas.com is not taken either. You can absolutely use your real name. You need Teresa Thomas for optimization of search engines. I thought that TeresaThomas.com was taken. The Teresa Thomas I was talking about on Amazon uses Teresa-Thomas. I just don't know. I think it's such a cute name. I do too. Maybe I should just do it. I don't know. I don't want to be a jerk though and screw up this lady's platform. But she doesn't even have like an author central page on Amazon. So that's the other thing. But I want an author central page, and I can't do that until I publish a book, and I can't publish a book until I get through another 5,000 to-dos. Chandra, the problem with that is whether you use a period or not after the initial or a space or a period and a space, each one shows up different, and even though your brain knows it's the same. Okay. We're going to start with a 20-minute sprint today, and then we will do the 25 minutes with my 30-minute timer countdown to help me stay on track. But I like the music for this one small 20-minute timer. Yeah, that does make sense. See, I love how we all have these like thoughts that we can pull together, chat. Anyway, I'm feeling like I'm in a good place. I'm excited about writing. I do need to get some extra words this week, but that's okay. I think it's doable. And thank you for your prayers and your patience with me last week. I'm excited to be where I'm at. I kind of just wish I could take my computer with me around the house, show you the mudroom, we cleaned out the garage and the mudroom really good too, but I wanted to show you the basement. Maybe I'll take pictures during our sprint. I'm gonna pray. Father God, I just thank you so much for this morning. I thank you for the eagerness to get stuff done, for weekends that are behind us, any writing productivity that was completed, or even thinking about projects and knowing we're coming back to them on Monday morning over the weekend. That's good fuel too. Knowing that we have people to work with together is so encouraging, Lord. Thank you for this morning, for this time, for these ladies, for anyone who's here now, for anyone who shows up later. Men or women who might want to write with me today or watch the replay. I just thank you for their dedication to their craft. I pray that you help them to have a time of productivity, that any distractions will stay at bay. I thank you that Piper has this week without her gremlins, just so that she can focus a little bit more and really push her writing goals and meet those targets and stuff that she set for herself, Lord. I pray for technology, that it'll be ever in our favor. I just thank you so much for everything you provided us with, the talent, the gift, the desire, the tools to write. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, start with this one. All right, let's do it. And that's time. That's why I really like that one. I like the timer at the end of it. And I like the music. I'm going to let the other one play for a few minutes while we chat. So right as we were getting ready to go, Chandra commented that she wasn't able to find my channel when she searches it. And I've had that problem too, and I've had some friends say when I search it, I can't find it. And so I was trying to combat that by using hashtags. Hashtag Teresa Thomas Writes, hashtag motivation WTT, but those don't work to search on YouTube for some reason. So Chandra was right. As soon as I put the E in, I popped up, I dominate the space. So maybe I could just educate people like how to find me online. And I know my URL, I'm pretty sure in the past I've looked at this. I couldn't have in the past an accent in a URL, which I think is fine anyway, because that's just extra confusing. Usually screen names, like usually I can't put it in a screen name. I can put it in, no. Like, you know, on Facebook, it has like the URL that you can make for yourself. I can't put it up there, but my Facebook name can have it in it. Does that make sense? And that's newer too. I couldn't do that when I first started Facebook. That's within the last 5 years probably. So in order to get the accent over the E on a PC, I hit the Alt. You're right, Chandra. On the PC, it's an Alt. And then on the number pad on the side, I hit 0233, and then it pops up. I'm going to do that right there for you. Alt 0233. Boom. There it is. And not only is it not common, when I first learned how to do it, it was a different set of numbers. It's changed. And I've had to retrain myself how to do it several times and look it up. But on a phone, if you're doing it right on your phone, you go into the messages. Like, I'll just put my husband in here because whatever. And then you just hold the E, and where's the camera here? So if you just hold the E, all of the different E accent options pop up for you right there, and you can just find them that way. So if I lowercase E and then I hold it again, where are you at? Then you can see, hopefully you guys can kind of see that, minus the lower right hand one, the one that's bright pink. I don't think it does work on the top row, Piper. I think it's specifically on a number pad on the side. I can do it there on my phone. I'm not going to do all that, Piper says. Maria says, I couldn't find your videos on YouTube either. In the end, I went onto your profile on Twitter where I think you had a link. Yeah, I did put a link on Twitter. And I also put a link on my Facebook page. It's under the website. Like, it says my website is, and then I put a link to Twitter since I don't have a website yet. Or to here, since I don't have a website yet. And I have the link up on Instagram too. Also, if I do it often enough on my phone, I can autocorrect to that. Yeah. Okay. So words, how'd you guys do? I got 57, but I was distracted by this searching thing. And I might be able to just add my name if I just put Teresa Thomas in the comments once or twice without having the accent. I might be able to help solve the search problem on YouTube. I'm thinking. We'll see. I might try that. We'll see. So, did you guys get any words? We got a couple of seconds here before we should start again. But I want to encourage you guys, if you were getting writing done, maybe I could take it off of just my YouTube name and keep it in my thingy. Here's the thing. You can buy domain names, all the domain names, do it in .com and have them all direct to whatever you finally want for your named website. That is true too. That is true. It would be nice to have both Teresa Thomas and Teresa Thomas Wrights if Teresa Thomas were really available. I thought it was like somebody had bought it and you could buy it from them for a lot of money. Piper got $295. I love dialogue. I wish you could do the whole book in dialogue. Oh, yeah. You're probably encountering a lot of dialogue in my book as you beta. I like dialogue too. Yep. All right. And turn her on. And that was time. All right, so I got my name changed. Hopefully that's gonna take effect. Chandra said the new search worked for her, which is good. Looks like my problem is fixed. And I love you guys. This is amazing. Like, I wouldn't have even thought of that. Like I said in the chat, it's so natural for me to switch between having it there and not having it there. I mean, the whole time I went through high school and college, like, I couldn't even use my accent. Like, it wasn't printed on any of my paperwork. The teachers didn't know it existed. It's on my birth certificate. And I believe my marriage license now as well. But no, it never translated over into like technical stuff. Actually, to make matters even crazier, this is a funny little story. My real dad and my mom divorced when I was like 6 months old. It didn't last. And my name was supposed to be Andrea Lane, which was the pen name I'd used a few years ago that I've mentioned a couple of times. And even Andrea had an accent in it. Okay, so like my mom wanted me to be named Andrea, not Andrea, Andrea. So I would have had this whole accent issue no matter what. But she had major birth complications and ended up in an emergency cesarean. My dad had to choose which person to keep, like to try and save. Luckily, it didn't happen that way, and we both lived. I don't know who we chose. I don't want to know. I hate him enough as it is. I don't need more fuel for the fire, right? I don't hate him, but we've had some lifelong problems. And at any rate, he couldn't remember. He had, by the time I was born, he had been awake for 48 hours straight because he'd worked a double shift at work and then was rushed to the hospital for an emergency. And my mom was rushed back for an emergency cesarean. And so he had not slept. He couldn't remember my name. He named me after a baby who had been born a month before me that they had met a few days before. I was named Teresa Marie. My mom woke up and hated it. She hated the name Teresa. She was so mad, but other people had helped me, like my grandma and my aunts and my uncles and my dad. They'd all had a chance to hold me by the time she was even allowed to see me. And so she didn't feel like she could change my name. And it was already on the birth certificate. Like, this man really screwed up here. Put the wrong name on the birth certificate without talking to her. And so she just changed the pronunciation of it. And then when they got divorced, and then my stepdad came into the picture when I was 5, they asked me if I wanted to be Teresa Egan or Teresa Ramir. And I chose Egan because it was easier to spell. And so at school, I was Egan. And at doctor's offices, I was Ramir. So I would go to school and I was Teresa Egan. And if I got sick or if I had to go to the hospital or if I had to go like anywhere legal, other than school, I don't know how that happened, but if I had to go anywhere legal, I was Teresa Ramir, which is really funny to me. So that happened like my whole life. I was these two different people. So I'm used to it. I'm used to being Teresa and Teresa. But then my stepdad adopted me away from my real dad when I was 13. And when that happened, my birth certificate changed to reflect Teresa. And my social security number changed to reflect that. But then they still had, when I went to get my marriage license, they still had old documents. Like, so they'd both document, like my hand. My daughter painted my nails for me yesterday. And there's like nail polish all over my thumb. Anyway, it was crazy. So I'm used to it. It was just weird. I think it just added to like the whole feeling of being a ping pong ball and being sort of having majorly different identities, like at the two different houses. I mean, my lifestyle in both places was very different. My stepdad was like middle class English professor, very educated, um, very protective, active, zero swearing, like a very stable middle class family household. My real dad's household was like not so much the same. He worked hard in a factory his whole life. My stepmom alternated between lots of different jobs just to keep food on the table. They had to use food stamps to feed their babies, not because they didn't try, but because life was harder for them. Um, so it was just very different. Chandra got 1120 this time. Way to go, girl. I got a really great scene written. I'm so excited about it. You are a really fast writer. I'm going to watch some of your YouTube videos, Chandra, because you are wicked fast. That's awesome. Holy Toledo. Yeah, so that's like my goal for today. You hit it in 25 minutes. I got 269. I'm going to hit the reset button so that actually, it was probably like 275 because I forgot to hit the reset button last time. But that's okay. That's good. This time it's going to be even better. I'm excited about where this scene is going. Just getting to know some like stylists and stuff who are going to be on the show. And yeah, so let's write. Yeah. No. Let's go ahead and make it 25. And then the next one will do 20 or just shy of 20. Okay, let's do it. Thanks for listening to my crazy story about my name. Fun facts, right? Alright, that's time. Pause that so that it's ready to go when we start soon. I want to get that one in before we switch over to Christian Indie Writers Podcast to be chatters on their live stream, which should be going live at 8 a.m. Well, Jen and maybe Jamie, sometimes Jamie. Sprint. Oh, goodness. Get your stretches in. How'd you guys do? Let's get right into the numbers. How'd you guys do? Woo! Piper, you've got it. This is great going this morning, and you don't have any gremlins getting ready to make their trouble. This is right around the time you're getting distracted by all those gremlins. Not today. Not this week. You're going to hit all of your targets this week. I know it. It's going to be awesome. I got 501 that round. Woo! That's good for me. That's like the top, about the top. I think my best 25-minute sprint ever was just under 700, but that was like a one-time fluke. Chandra got 718. It probably feels low for you, but that's good for us. You did great. Good job. Thank you. I'm excited. I'm not sure what my daily is up to. It's probably not very high because my first one I didn't get very many. My first two were small, but 836. Yeah, so I'm about halfway to the target for today. Yeah. Yeah. I'm at 15,005 now for my project, which is, I wanted to start today at 15,000 and end today at 16,600. I probably won't get another 1,100 words today, but I'll be close, so that'll be good. Not quite 1,000 this morning. You're doing better than me. So good. I have been everywhere from 12 words to 1,300. That one time here was my best. You do have a wide range, Chandra, but that's okay because you make up for it. You make up for the smaller days. The smaller days make up for the bigger days. That's awesome. Yeah. All right. Is Maria still with us this morning? Or did Tiara ever tune in? Looks like I've got a few other viewers who aren't in the chatty chat this morning, but that's okay. So if you're working on something and whatever you got, anywhere from 12 to 1,300, like Chandra, way to go. You're doing great. Just keep it up. So let's see. Chandra says I need just over 500 to get back on track from the weekend. Good. Yeah, I have an extra 500 words to get back on track from Friday being off. But being that I wrote like 156 words on Friday, I'm in a good place. So I'm glad about that. I'm glad this Sunday I was able to catch up a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and start the 20-minute timer so that we can get her in before switching over to Jen. Okay, let's do it. Don't forget to clear your resets if you're using session targets. Okay, that is it. And you know what? I'm pretty sure that I had forgotten to clear my stats. I don't think I hit 867 that time. But I do think I hit 366, 83 here. Let's see how far up. Yeah, I think I got 366. So how'd you guys do? I have not seen the notification of Jen's thing pop up just yet. Hopefully soon. And I'm going to have to run to the bathroom. Take a potty break before I go over there. My tea. My tea. Piper had 176 plus a phone call from the hubby. Nice. Hopefully nothing bad happened. My husband only calls me when he needs something important. He's not one of those that checks in on me. Oh, no sprint from Jen today? Well then, it says no sprint, see you Wednesday. Well then, I can do one more. I only stop at 8 on Mondays and Wednesdays so that we can support Jen. So why don't we go ahead and do one more? Yeah? Make it a full 30 minutes? I know Maria took off. Chandra usually stops around 8:30. That is the sweetest. He leaves early for work, right? So he checks in on you. That's so sweet. All right. I'm going to do one more then. So if you can stick around, I'm going to be here. It sounds like Piper might be here. Chandra got 500 exactly. Nice. Last time I got 501, which was great. So that's so cool. I'm going to stretch for just a second. Sleepy. So you guys downloaded a new app. I haven't even looked at it yet, but just like the preview for it it's called Fastic. I'm going to try to use it to help me get back onto this intermittent fasting idea and maybe try to lose a little bit of weight because I'm getting very uncomfortable. I think that I'm starting to have like some back pain and some of my other issues that I've been dealing with. I think some of it's coming from weight gain. So I'm going to try some intermittent fasting and portion control and finish getting my house ready and write a book and run betas and get ready to publish my other book. And I'm going to do all these things and it's going to be fine. I need to, though. I really think my health is starting to wane. I try to start walking as long as it stays warm. I heard we're supposed to get snow this week, but as long as it stays warm, I'm going to start walking. I'm going to try to eat right this week and just try. I'm not going to go crazy and try to lose everything I need to lose, but if I could get like 10 pounds, I think I'll feel better. Piper says, I want to get 400 words. It will put me over 30,000. Woohoo! That's my goal for the end of April, to hit 30,000. And I'm at 15,869 right now. So I've got a lot of work to do this week and next. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start that 30-minute timer, and then I'm going to scooch my booty to the bathroom. Too much information. I think I like this one better. Even though it doesn't have a timer at the end of it. Okay, that's right. 30 minutes, you should be able to get close to 400. If your phone doesn't ring, your phone's been ringing this morning, Piper. Okay, well, I guess that was 30 minutes. I don't know if I was just a little bit more distracted that time, or I think I was having a hard time visioning what the seed looked like in my head, what needed to play out. But I did get 358 words. I noticed my grand total of what I need in order to hit my target by June 15th has gone down a little bit. So, thinking I hit my goal today. Let's see. I did. My target is technically 1,300, but I've been kind of averaging 1,600. That's kind of what I like. And that's what I got today. Let's see what I did. Yeah, apparently on April 17th. Oh, April 16th I got 265. April 17th I got 8. April 18th I got 1,100. So Friday through Sunday I did hit my target. And then today I went above and beyond. So I'm good. Oh, yeah. Piper did it. What'd she say? She said she wanted to get 400 words to put her over 30,000. And there she is, coming in at 571 in 30 minutes. Jazz hands for Piper. Way to go, girl. You got it. I think I've been averaging just under 1,000 on days I get to write. And your goal is around 1,000, right? Today, you're at what, 16? Well over 1,600 words, I think, aren't you? It was a couple of sprints ago you said you were at 1,100 for the day, I thought. Then you had 2 good ones. I think you're at 1,600. Am I right? Am I wrong? Good job, Piper. 1,700 a day. Woohoo! Do you have more time to write? So I planned on writing with Jen until 10, getting a few more sprints in. But I think it's too hard for me to be on camera once my kiddos get up and start doing school. 163 and almost ready for work. Way to go, Chandra. What is your day job? What do you do for work, Miss Chandra? 2,566 for the day. Whew. Nice job. Nice job. You know what I love, though, is you really kill it with your sprints when you're in the zone. Like, you just knock them out. And it's so impressive. Like, I love the way you show up and you're fighting for your business. But I also love that while I can't kill it and get quite as many words per sprint as you can, I'm still hitting targets. And I, over the course of my 2.5 hours of sprinting, I'm fairly close to where you guys do, which is encouraging to me. My crazy nails. She's like, Mom, I didn't mess up on my own nails. I'm so sorry. Then she just kept rubbing more and more nail polish onto my hand, trying to get rid of it that way. Like, that's not how it works. But I didn't really think I wanted her playing with nail polish remover on her own. The minute I introduce it to her, it'll be all over. And I'm going to go until 10. I would love to get my daily goal. Yes. There you go. Great job, Piper. Nice, Chandra. That's amazing. It is amazing. It is amazing. You are awesome. All right. Well, trying to decide. This is sort of an interesting scene here. You are also running this whole thing, so that takes brain space and energy. It's better now that the last few sessions here have been pretty smooth sailing with technology. Praise the Lord for that. That helps. And I did get my YouTube thing fixed or changed. It was my whole Google account name. I forget that Google owns YouTube or whatever, so my whole Google name was not very easily searchable, but now it is. I'm going to go in and look at my other accounts just to see what's going on with those, if I need to do the same or not. But, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. Go up and get my kiddos up and do some housework, and then I have to do some work. I need to write up some minutes and stuff this week, get those sent out. We canceled our meeting we were supposed to have last Friday, but I still have to send out the reports. But when he told me he was canceling the meeting, he had me pause on everything for reports, and then took like 2 days to officially send out the notice that it was canceled. And then at the end of the second day, with only 1 day left, he says, let's go ahead and send out reports, but don't do it this week. You can do it next week. I'm like, okay. So now I have to do all those reports I paused on last week. Piper says, because I don't usually write on weekends, but the goal tracker sets up including weekends. So to finish when I want to, it would be great to have that daily goal be lower. Piper, I think are you using Scrivener for this, or are you talking Story Origin? Because in Scrivener, you can take out weekends, because that's what I did for my session target. If I open up options, deadline June 15th, and then it shows session target. There's a tab at the top that says draft target and then session target. This is on the new one, so I don't remember how it's done on the old one, but I know I've done it on there. And then at the bottom, automatically calculate from draft deadline is checked, and it says writing days, and I have Monday through Friday highlighted, and then I could allow writing on day of deadline or not, and show target notifications. Okay. And then that changes as I make my progress forward. So if I go higher than my session target today, it reduces what I need to get every other day. That might help you. I'm not sure where it is on Story Origins. Okay, so I don't know then. All right, enjoy your Zoom office hours, Piper. Kill those word goals. Russia. All right, remember, as we go forward, whatever you do it from the heart as done for the Lord and not for people. Whatever you do it from the heart as something done for the Lord and not for people. Colossians 3:23. That might help. Thank you for being here today. Thank you so much for encouraging me on my writing journey. Feels good to get the word count in before I get my kiddos up, even though it's hard to go in bed on time. And I know my husband thinks I'm fuddy-duddy because I go to bed early. It's so important to me to put my career first right now. So thank you for being here and helping me along the way. I hope you feel encouraged today as well. And I will be back tomorrow morning from 6 to 8:30ish a.m. for another morning motivation productivity sprint. Thank you. Have a great day. God bless. Goodbye and God bless.